Easier bottles. Woo! What's the start of YouTube? It's XampL. Welcome back to another video. Thank you very much for clicking on the video. Today's video is going to be another FIFA 22 starter squad, but today specifically, we're going all in, baby. Today is the squad that probably all of us say we're not going to choose, but we end up choosing it. That is the Premier League squad, the most expensive, the creme de la creme squad that you do want to build, but it's going to cost you a hefty price at that. Before I start getting into it, I got two things to do. The first being stand up and show you my t-shirt because it's funny. So it's like Aldi, but it says bald, like baldy. You know, baldy, not Aldi. Yeah, I know, it's funny. Anyway, all right, number two, what we got to do. Edwin, how are we today, my friend? I've ran out of fingers. I've ran out of fingers to count how many days in a row we have uploaded.
I'm 11, so shut the fuck up.
How amazing is that? Thanks, Edwin. All right, well, ladies and gents, I'm excited to get into this video. It's going to be fun. I love the Premier League. And most of these ratings that you're going to be looking at in this video have already been chosen. They're already done. These are official FIFA 22 ratings. This is an official FIFA 22 Premier League starter squad. Bar one player, all right, but this is amazing. I really can't wait to get into it. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Of course, ladies and gentlemen, we always start off with the goalkeeper being MESLIER or something like that. Now, you may have seen the French starter squad that I did make, and it had MESLIER in it, who had, well, that I predicted to be 76 rated. He was a 77 rating in this game, and this is an official FIFA 22 stat, ladies and gentlemen. 77 rated MESLIER in the game. That's what he is. I was one rating away. I thought he was going to get a 7+ upgrade, but he turns out to get an 8. To be fair, come on, like, I think that's pretty decent from me. Can we all, you know what I mean? I just, you know, I pat myself in the back of that. But yeah, all right, I'm pretty happy with that. He looks like a good goalkeeper. He's tall, and he sounds like Batman, which I did mention in a previous video. So yeah, I know it's unbelievable. But yeah, I'm excited to use him. I think he's going to be good. He's also French. I don't know why that's a good thing, but I like French people. So yeah. All right, well, MESLIER is in net. Let's go on to the right back. And our right back, ladies and gentlemen, at the moment, I wasn't entirely sure who to choose, and I didn't want to go through predicting once again. So I decided to go with the right back that we know of, and that is Reece James. Now, Reece James, I understand, not the fastest man in the world, nor is he the best shooter, but he's definitely good with defense and physicality, okay? That's something we can definitely give him credit for. His stats are all round, and he's a huge bloke, you know what I mean? That man's a unit. So I'd imagine, like, his pace is slightly worse, but maybe being a unit might help him out. And he is tall, and I think tall players are going to be really key this year. Year of the Wookiee is what I keep saying. Don't forget it. I need to trademark that. Anyway, he looks a good card, all right? And he is an official FIFA 22 rating. And I don't think he's going to be too expensive, because his pace isn't great. Now, this is breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. You're looking at the first center back, Ben Godfrey. All right, now this is ridiculous. You look at that card. All right, now listen to the next few words I'm about to say, and listen closely. FIFA 22 official rating, 76 rated, 83 pace, 76 defense, and 82 physicality. How crazy is that? He's been upgraded by, what, five stats in total, ratings, and his paces went up 11. His paces went up 11. I just can't believe it, genuinely. That card is like Joe Gomez reincarnated, but now on the other side, like Liverpool's rivalry. All right, Everton, that is. Just a crazy-ass card, man. I can't believe they're after giving us a card like that when we already have some very good centre-backs in the Premier League. I mean, I'm not complaining. More power to them. I'm probably going to use them myself in the RTG, which I'm only uploaded on YouTube, come when the game is released. So that's interesting. Yes, very exciting, and I'm very excited to bring it to you, lovely people. It's just a sick card. I can't stress it enough. This is going to be... He's going to be expensive. Don't get me wrong. He's going to be expensive. But this is the Premier League starter squad we're talking about. Every single card is going to be expensive. If you don't think that's going to be the case, you need to go to a different league, because this is going to be extortionate for not so much bang for your buck, in my opinion. Let's just keep going on with the team. It's going to be pricey. Nathan Ake, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be the next centre back in the team. Now, I did mention him in the Dutch squad. If you want to see that, you should go check it out too. I did bring it out on YouTube only 3-4 days ago. Yes, check him out, boys and girls, because this is now an official FIFA 22 rating. All right, I did get it slightly wrong, but I got everything pretty correct, but not the rating. it was pretty good, and I think his card is going to look decent. Not exactly the tallest defender in the world, 5'11", but it's okay. You know what I mean? It's okay. He has a bit of pace about him. Ben Godfrey could do it on his own anyway, by the looks of it. So I wouldn't worry too much about Nathan Ake just yet. I think it's going to be a decent card. Don't get me wrong, but he's not my priority. And the left back in this Premier League starter squad is, of course, Kieran Tierney. Kieran Tierney. Yes. He looks good, don't get me wrong, alright? And then this is also a FIFA 22 official rating, only released today, or yesterday if you're watching the video when it's actually released. Okay, but this is his card. 89 pace, 75 defense, 80 physical, 77 dribbling, 74 passing. It's phenomenal, honestly. He's also 6 foot, so he's a decent bloke, I think. It's going to be a crazy card. We don't have a lot of left backs in the Premier League, so he's probably going to be very expensive. It might be better off looking at maybe a Ryan Bertrand or something of the sort. But I saw his card coming out and I was like, oh, I have to stick him in the team. I love a few Scottish myself now. Scots are always very nice to me, so I'm going to be nice to them. Stick a little Scottish lad in the Premier League starter squad. And with that being said, you understand his card looks correct. Let's just keep going. And here we are, ladies and gents, the midfield. And first of all, we're starting with the right mid. The right mid in this team, I've chosen the man himself, another James, Daniel James. Only got his move over to the big Leeds United. A weird move from Manchester United to Leeds. But as a United fan myself, Manchester that is, I'm a little bit sad to see him go because I like him as a person nearly. Like, he tried really hard for Manchester United, but I understand he wasn't at the level that we need to be at. So I'm glad he got a move away. And his card looks pretty decent. Another, by the way, official FIFA 22 rating. Alright? Just emphasize that because I don't think a lot of people will be bringing out videos like this. So make sure to hit a like or even sub. But yeah, he looks pretty decent. 95 pace, you can't go wrong. Decent shooting. You got a decent upgrade from shooting as well, actually. And obviously his dribbling isn't great. Nothing else is really fantastic. But does he got legs? Yep. Does he play in the Premier League? Yep. Is he low rated? Yep. Is he going to be expensive? Probably. So let's just keep going. And the first centre mid I want to talk about here, ladies and gents, is Dele Alli. Now, Dele Alli, don't get me wrong, a good player in my opinion, and I like his dreadlocks that he's grown in the last year or so. But he's got a -3 rating this year. Another official FIFA 22 rating. You see the stats underneath? Not so official. But the rating of 80 rating is absolutely 100% true fact. That's what you're looking at right now. You'll probably be released tomorrow, so yeah, don't worry about it. But yeah, I think his card is going to look something like this. I don't think he'll lose too much pace. I don't think he deserves to lose pace. But he will get downgraded in some key stats like defense, his physical, and shooting for sure. I still think he's a good player in real life, but he just needs to show it more often. He's fairly shelled up at the moment. I think his card looks pretty decent, and I think his partner will probably be very similar anyway, but let's get into that. Obviously his partner now is Saul, who only moved from Atletico Madrid to Chelsea, which is a great signing for them if you ask me. Man, the amount of depth they have in that midfield is really daunting, but hey, here we are. He has a decent card, another official FIFA 22 rating, of course. I think the card is nice. 71 pace, 78 defense, 79 physical. It looks okay, don't get me wrong, and obviously decent shooting and dribbling. They're kind of there just to break up the midfield. They're not there to do crazy stuff, you know what I mean? So, they're only there to pass it out to the boys that could do slightly more crazy stuff, if that makes sense. So, the two boys in the midfield are class, they're sound, but they're not going to do mad shit for you. So, if you're looking for mad stuff, you're better off getting some sort of, I don't even know. Oh, man. Somebody with feck all defense, but more dribbling, probably. But yeah, I like the look of these two boys. Big boys that are going to take up the midfield and make sure nobody can pass through it. They're going to be my partnership. If you would have chosen anybody else, do let me know. Especially because we're under budget at the moment. These cards are still going to be pretty expensive. I just thought it looked nice. And yeah, I like it. Let's go on. And in left mid position, this is one of the only unofficial FIFA 22 ratings that I have to give you in this squad. And that is the left mid from Southampton, GODFREY. Now, I saw him play against Manchester United, obviously when we drew 1-1. But I was really impressed by GODFREY on the left mid position. And I think he's going to be really good this year. I saw his stats and I was like, he's definitely going to get upgraded, I think. He looks a good player. He has plenty of pace, plenty of heart. So I put up his defending a bit as well. It's still not great shooting or passing, but he definitely had some legs about him. So I'm hoping that he gets a little 77 rating at least this year. I think that's fair enough to think, you know. So I like pace, I like dribbling, I like his heart. So I just said I'll whack him in and see what happens. I think it's a good choice. Does anybody else disagree? Do let me know. You know what I mean? As I said before, I make mistakes. That's okay. But if I missed anything, do let me know. I don't think I did, though. And here we go, ladies and gents, the striking partnership in the Premier League starter squad. Now, this is probably the most crucial partnership that you'll ever see in your entire existence within FIFA 22. Fairly similar stats, fairly similar outlooks on scoring goals. Man, these two are just bagsmen, all right, if you ask me, especially in FIFA. Edouard only moved to Crystal Palace, scored in his first shot, and then scored another a few minutes later against Spurs, who were winning the league at the time. He also had a very good season at Celtic, so I expect him to get an upgrade from 75 or 76 to 78 at least. I can imagine him having 86 pace. He's a fast guy. He's a big guy as well. He also has... Are you ready, ladies and gentlemen? He also has the finesse shot trait. Let's give it up to Edouard, baby. Woo! I'm so glad to see the finesse shot trait back in teams, man. Finesse shot trait is my absolute gift of God. I can't wait to start the RTG, whack in a few finesse shots from range and show you guys what I'm made of. Anyway, let's get back to the video. So I think his card is going to look amazing. It's going to look very similar to that. And the same with Rodrigo. Like, there's nothing really different between them. They're very similar cards. And I'm happy enough with that. They look good, especially for a starter Premier League starter squad. Did I say starter enough? Anyway, what do I say every single video about strikers? Tall, fast. Why? Over the top balls, very overpowered. Finesse shot trait is just a bonus. But here we are, ladies and gentlemen. What you're looking at right now is the FIFA 22 Premier League starter squad. I think it looks amazing. 3, 2. Now, just to round up the team in total, alright? I know I said it's amazing, but we're just going to talk. I think it looks really nice. There's nothing there that I can really poke a hole in. Maybe the centre mid's a little bit slow, but I think it's okay. I don't think there's a lot of pace in the midfield that's necessary. There wasn't in FIFA 21. You didn't really need that fast of a centre mid if you're playing a 4-4-2 or like a 2 CDM role. It just wasn't necessary because you just dragged them back yourself anyway, you know? You just needed fast defense, fast forwards. So I think we're going to be okay in that department. And they can play ball, so it's cool. Then we have our right mid. We have a left mid with a lot of legs. 2 boys up front. We're kind of fine. The more I look at it, the more happy I am. Maybe Reece James, if I could change something, is what I'd change. I think it looks really good. Am I going to try and put a price on this team? No. It's going to cost a fortune. I'm not starting with Premier League. But I might though. I always say I won't and then I end up doing it. So yeah, we'll see. Anyways, boys, I appreciate you chilling out with me for this video. Once again, thanks very much for the support. But we're only getting started. If you're not watching every single video and you haven't subscribed, man, what are you doing? You know what I mean? What are you doing? Anyways, Edwin, say goodbye. Thanks very much, everybody. It's been XampL. Good luck. Ben Godfrey is an absolute... Oh my God.
Can you eat pussy like that?